Good morning. Not sure if anybody's going to get in here today. I haven't been live in a long time. Just things going on and whatnot. But I have a little bit of time, so I thought I'd say, hey guys, and see if anybody wanted to jump in and say hi back. I am really glad that you guys are going to watch this. This will be the replay. But I wanted to show some neat vendors that I was able to come in contact with this past weekend and share a little love. Shows I've got one viewer. You want to go ahead and say hi? I'd appreciate it. No viewers. It went away already. That's the story of my life. I can say that I wasn't the only viewer because I was checking to see my Facebook notifications while I have no one in here for a whole minute and 27 seconds. Guess I'll give it a few more minutes, and if nobody's going to get in here, I'll just get on with what I'm going to say, and we'll go. Who all is excited for all this rain today and then this nice weather we're going to have for the rest of the week? I know I am. I have an entire flood of strawberries to plant, as well as I need to start my tomatoes, my peppers. I need to plant. I have seeds, bok choy, and I have 2 different varieties this year, actually, I want to plant. And something really neat I'm doing with my trellises to try and extend my brassicas a little further into spring. I'm going to see if it'll work. And I think you guys are going to appreciate it because it's inexpensive and it's really very, very neat. But I don't know why I didn't try it before. Actually, I do know why I didn't try it before, but I'm going to. 2.5 minutes, still no viewers. That's all right. I actually went Saturday morning to the Okie Homesteading Festival or Expo, whatever it is, and I got to visit with a lot of people. I actually got recognized, which that's pretty awesome. Doesn't happen often, but I had to leave at noon because Matt was picking up a 12-ton grain bin, so I can buy feed yearly, and that will save me a ton of money if I buy it by the year versus if I buy it. Hi, my 2 viewers. Versus if I buy it every other month, like I have been. Because I know since January, the feed that I buy, which is kind of custom tailored for my livestock. Hello, Kinfolk Farm. How are you doing today? I was excited this morning, so I decided to get on here and go live. It might have been that this is the second cup of coffee I've had, and I really haven't been drinking coffee, so could be it. But back to what I was saying, we bought a grain bin. Matt picked it up Saturday morning, and I come home at noon to help. We got off the trailer and went to a birthday party. So, but I still got to see a lot of people. And I wanted to do a couple vendor shout outs. And I can't remember one of their names now that I'm trying to do that. But I also went to a little event that's sort of local to us at Greenleaf State Park in Braggs, Oklahoma. And I met this lady, and it's Patty's Patch. And she's actually 30 minutes from my house. And she has some of the cutest shirts, and that's part of what I was going to share. And really great prices. If anyone's wanting to order funny chicken shirts, this one is very fitting to me. And it was awesome. I spent a lot of money. There was vendors that had absolutely everything. And it was amazing. But there was vendors who had absolutely everything. There was crocheters, there was sewers, there was essential oil things, there was Clyde with that has Clyde's garden planter was there. And that one, oh my gosh, that was probably the highlight of my day, was meeting him, because he is awesome, great people, and they want to use their reach for good ministry. And that sings to my soul right there. What are you doing? I'm there. Okay. Well, that's my shirt. I don't think nobody wants to see my shirt. The other pretty awesome thing from this weekend, actually was this morning, because I had my second litters of rabbits. My kid. We should be there. Providing everything else goes as according to plan, we should be there. Like going Saturday was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was like, I've got time. Matt didn't need my help to load the bin, so I skipped out for a few hours. Yes, my babies. I had my second litter of meat rabbits and my second. Oh, I've got the weirdest neighbors. Sorry. I had my second litter of meat rabbits and my second litter of New Zealand meat. My second litter of mini lops. There we go. And actually, Janet had her babies already. I don't know if y'all can see very good on this, but she pulled hair. There was 7. I counted 7. So I'll wait a couple days and then I'll get them out and try and take pictures so that y'all can see. Every one of them's dark and every one of them is solid, which that's what I expected. But I took this cute little video of Agnes, and she's pulling hair because she is just about to give birth. So I shut the door and I walked out of the barn and letting her do her thing. Look, Auntie Ann said hi, Haston. Can you tell her hi? Hi. Wave. Put your hand up there and wave. There you go. He is talkative today, but he's really excited. And talking about the Patty's Patch lady, I did talk to her about possibly making us some personalized shirts, but I don't know if you saw it, Auntie Ann, when you come in. But is this chicken not me? Like, this is me as a chicken right here. That's what that is. And it's a super, super soft t-shirt, so I'm really excited for that. The mini lops are very adorable. They look like little, I don't know, when they're first born and they're hairless, and so it's like little moles. And I should have another litter next week of mini lops, so I got to build another nest box this week. I'm pretty excited about seeing everybody again, to be honest. We won't get a hotel and stay, but we will probably be there. We only live about an hour or so away, so I don't see the sense in getting a hotel room, for me anyway. That, and we don't, a lot of people who go to those things and want a hotel room, it's because they drink or, He had lots of energy last night too, Auntie Ann, because he was up and down wanting to play midnight to 1. Hello, Kelly. How are you? I haven't been going live lately. I've just had other things going on, and so my little hippie child. Well, Wyatt actually. Oh, my nose. Sorry. I got his hair in my nose just then. Wyatt actually started soccer, and his games are Saturdays, but I think we might make a little concession and not go to soccer. it gives me a little bit of anxiety too, but for like 3.5 minutes, there was no one in here. So I just rambled for 3.5 minutes. So whoever watches this replay needs to just skip to about 4 minutes. What?
Games.
What? Well, where? Go get it. Whew. I got his hair, like he touched my face with his back of his head, and so I got hair in my nose, and it's itchy now. Hasten had to get this little thing yesterday. For one-eyed bunny. It cracks me up. Is it? Let me see it.
Stab it.
Oh, it's not. It won't come on, baby. The battery's dead. Here. See if it comes on or not. I don't know where your charger is. Well, I mean, that's fine. I know you don't like driving late also, and I'm okay. I'm sorry. I have a fairly good coping mechanism with this thing. I used to get really bad anxiety about going just anywhere in general where there's a bunch of people that I don't know. And it's gotten better. And I think this talking to strangers that I can't see has helped on being on YouTube. But I'm glad that you get to stay, Auntie Ann. You're lucky. I don't know. I guess because I have to come back home anyway and take care of all the animals. And I might have a goat in milk at that point. It just makes more sense for us to just come home. I understand. I had a lot of anxiety the first probably 20 or so lives that I did until I got it figured out and how I got kind of a little banter going. I talk too much as it is, so I was fully prepared for that part, or that nobody would talk to me, because then it would just be like a regular video, except I'd be looking at myself the whole time and not everything else. But it's okay. So I will say it one more time. My favorite person to meet the entire thing Saturday was Clyde that's Clyde's Garden Planners. And he gifted me some for a giveaway, which will be coming up. Hello, Lori and Greg. I was glad to see you. You are so busy helping everybody. And yes, I run out of stuff to talk about pretty quick too, because I talk a lot. But so not the next video that comes out, but the video after that, I'll have, in 2 videos. It'll be next week. The beginning of next week, I'll have a video coming out that's going to be a little contest thanks to Clyde at Clyde's Garden Planner. And he gifted me 2 of his garden planners. And I know I've got one in here. Let me find my notebook. This one's old, but it's this thing. This is the Roots and Refuge one. I got it several years ago. But it, if you slide it to your last frost date, which would be whatever this red line lands on, you put it on your approximate last frost date, which ours is about the middle of April. And so then it'll tell you like when you can first plant outside, when to sow indoors, and then the green check marks is your approximate times of harvest. So and then if you pull it all the way out, it all correlates right here, and it'll tell you like how much sun they need, spacing, things like that. And then on the other side of it, in the blue writing, it tells you like your approximate yield is this one little line here. And then all of this is companion planting. So it's things that can work symbiotically together planted. And the other side is fall. So I will have a giveaway. I got to figure out how much it's going to I got to figure out what else I'm going to add to it. I've got 2 of those to give away and some other things. So it's pretty exciting, and it's something that really does focus on things that my channel does, which is gardening. I use that thing in my garden planning, and I need to do another garden planning video because I talk about my cute little garden, which is this, like this. This is actual, like this would be my house, and then there's my garden. And that tells you how crazy I am when it comes to planting. I think it's really cool. And the fact that he gave me some to give away, and it's updated from even, this one's 3 years old. We'll go get some. Go get you something. When he says he wants pizza, he actually wants bread. I don't know. I don't get in lives as much as I used to because it's very overwhelming. There's usually, like, I try to get on in Tim's lives as much as I can. He has me as a moderator, and I absolutely love Tim. I did get to visit with him. And I try to catch most everybody's lives. I don't always talk in them, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I just don't have the energy sometimes, I guess is a good way to put it. My weird neighbors. They're driving a lawnmower down the road. I have no idea. But I do try to get at least in everyone's lives, whether I can actually participate or not. That's where I get kind of overwhelmed, is participating. Yeah, it is a huge commitment. He still has me as a moderator, but he knows that, like, sometimes I just can't do my job. Wyatt started soccer. His practices are Tuesdays and Thursdays, but generally I can get the Thursday live, which I know Auntie Ann can't get the Thursday live. Yes, I used to use the almanac also for this, but this kind of has it in one place. And really, this is like you throw it in your bag when you're going to plant or whatever, and it's awesome. And Auntie Ann, she said she'd be right back. Yes. I did choose to slow down quite a bit. I have a hole in my pants. I just found it. I did choose to slow down a lot with a lot of things. And that's, like, I try to post once a week at least now. But now that spring's getting back into the swing of things, and I don't know, I'll have more daylight to do things. So I'm going to try and get 2 to 3 videos out every week now. It's just, it is overwhelming, especially when you're like me, and I'm not a Debbie Downer. I'm actually a very positive person. I fully believe that your positive thinking manifests positive things. So, like, when you feel like you're not getting anywhere, like that's where you get really burnt out. But I mean, traction's slow, but it's there. But it's, if you know, it's like work burnout. You're not making crap for what you're doing. Not that I try to do this to earn a living or anything, but more for, I guess, commercial value of it, for the fact that I can interact with a lot of people. I'm a stay-at-home mom. And then Kelly, 10 kids, no running water, 100 animals, gardening, trying to go solar. No way I can be on. I totally understand. And that was me this past winter. I had a lot of stuff going on. I had the rabbits, just started rabbits, and I'm a hover mother when it comes to new animals having babies. And I I've spent so much time in that barn, and I'm like, people don't want to watch me out here trying to keep my animals alive. My worries, I don't want to transfer that onto screen because it's not everyone's issue. It's my issue. I know there's people that are like, oh, but we'd be here to support you. And I totally understand that. I totally understand that you people, that all of us care and we would all be there for each other. But I also know that a lot of us have our own things going on. And so I try to keep a little bit of my problems to myself. Yes, see, I do play videos. My phone, I actually have a funny story about my phone. I actually usually have my phone just have YouTube on. I listen. If I think about it, I'll comment. If I don't think about it, then I don't comment. Or I have it on the TV in the front room while I'm cleaning or sewing. And I've started a small business, which a lot of people haven't seen it, I guess. But I'm trying to earn some income in my house while still being able to stay home with my kids, because that's very important to me right now. You're fine, Etienne. I understand you have a lot going on yourself. I could not imagine if my mother-in-law lived in my house at all. Bless you and your big heart. Yes, it would be nice to see some monetary reward out of all the work that we do. I'm like, y'all do a ton of stuff. Y'all are trying to be totally off grid and self-sufficient. We're not going off grid, but we're trying to be more self-sufficient. My goal on all of my animals is to have my animals pay for themselves. And I haven't reached that point yet, but I think with the rabbits, probably whenever I sell these litters that are born today, I will have broke even. So then everything past this point, minus a little bit for feed, I will be earning money. My rabbits will be paying for themselves, and I'll be earning just a little bit on top of it. So that, plus, I'm not even counting my meat rabbits, which we will be processing. I'm not even counting those. I'm counting those in the costs, but not in the reward. But that'll still save us. Rabbits going for about $6 to $8 a pound in my area. That's processed, and that's it's big. That's expensive, but it's also would take a little bit of having to buy, like purchasing chickens to raise to eat. That would take that element out, which, like Kelly, she doesn't eat mammals, and I respect that. I love that. She sent me a whole bunch of pictures of food the other day, and it's neat. It's wholesome, it's filling, and it's good for you, and it has no meat in it. So obviously she's figured out how to feed 12 people the way that they do. And there's 12 of them. Yes. I would like to be able to make some money off of it for the work that I put into it, or at least kind of offset a little bit of my operating costs for the farm in itself. And she runs a home business. I did see you had your mountain mint things ready to go. I need to order some. I really need to order some lip balm because I chew my lips really bad. And that good stuff. All that good stuff. That is wonderful. I'm glad Miss Dorothy is doing way better. I have had more, I think I've had more luck online. Like, I joined a lot of Facebook groups, rabbit-oriented, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. I haven't posted in other groups, like other states yet. But, for my costs going into the rabbits versus what I'm getting out of it, like I said, 2 litters of registered rabbits, I should be there. Even if I sell half of those litters without papers, which would be about, I would say $15 cheaper or so. it would still, within 2 litters, I would have my investment paid off thus far, and then my rabbits can pay for themselves as well as just a little bit of profit for me. They're not like exactly show quality, but I did buy a show quality mini lot doe a few weeks ago that's bred. She'll be due next week, and she's a magpie, so she's neat colored. That's the most important thing. That right there, that's one of the most important things with what we do here as YouTubers, as homesteaders, is having an open mind and being able to respect and understand other people's way of living, and maybe using a little bit of it to get where you're going. Auntie Anne, since when has Mike wore the pants? If you got it and he liked it, like if he saw how sweet they are, I'm sure he would be fine. I'm sure. Rabbits are great. Something that's a sort of in the back of my mind I would love to do, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it, is they do agility with rabbits, and that is the coolest thing I've ever seen, especially having border collies, because I've sold a lot to agility people, people who do agility or service dogs, and having a rabbit as an agility animal would be the coolest thing ever. You cannot tell me that. Good morning, Joy Blessed Life. How are you today? Yes, I do not respect abuse. There is a fine line between having animals and mistreating them. Actually, it's a really wide road, like as wide as my driveway. And if you're on that other side, I'm not going to have anything to do with you. Can't help it. Sorry. Good morning, Don Lee. You'll have to send me a picture or something, Lori, because it is, I love the mini lops. I don't know. You got in a little bit late. I just had my second litter of mini lops born today out of my opal, which is the dark gray doe. Her name's Janet, and she's a Janet. I don't know. You'll have to. I found the video on YouTube, actually, just looking at rabbit videos, things that people do with rabbits, and they go over the little jumps and through the tunnel and the little things just like a dog does. It is, in which rabbits are very athletic. Bunny, I used to sit him out while I was doing chores and have the door shut, but he now wants to push the door open, which Bunny's my mini lot buck. He could jump up onto the chair like nothing. Not at all. Didn't bother him a bit. He could jump as high as the bottom of my cages, no problem. And that's a mini lot, and they're not known for their athleticism. They're kind of like potatoes in build. Oh, I missed one. There we go. Yeah, it's supposed to start raining here just any time, and I did get up a little early, film some, finish a video from this weekend, and hurry up and get in the house with my camera because I don't want to, So, yeah. Where did it go? I thought it was funny. The Bunny Olympics. Mm-hmm. Y'all just wait. I'm going to end up having me a little.
We need something to drink.
You need something to drink? Well, just wait. Go get the juice out of the fridge, and I'll get you something to drink, okay? Go. Go get your juice out of the fridge. Oh, thank you. My lops are potatoes, I'm telling you. My one I just bought, she was overweight, and so I've got her slimmed down a little bit. If they get too fat, they have issues having babies, and mini lops are just known to be fat. But I feed a lot of hay, whereas a lot of show breeders don't feed as much hay. My bunnies appreciate it, I know. I will build I have to build it. short enough that their bunny could do it. I'd have to build it a 2, like for dogs too, because let's be honest, my border collies would love it. He only loves me for what I can do for him. I'm just saying. I have several in this litter. I do know that. I have several. I have 2 spoken for, a doe and a buck. I've already got those 2 marked. So there's 5 still available. 2 are solid chestnut and 3 are broken colored. Not broken. Bring me that juice. Come here. He is a mess. Yes. Actually, dadgummit, we get fruit shoots when we go to the store. And I cannot get the lid off of it. I can't get the lid off of it. You'll get to watch me struggle today. Dang.
Let me do it.
I have some available. There we go. I'm not keeping any out of the litters.
Here.
Yeah. Hit that thumbs up, guys. I would appreciate it. Especially there's 8 of you in here. 7 now. 7 now. Haston he did this. They can be house trained. As far as I know, it's litter box trained. I don't know about having them trained like a dog, but you have Lily too, so I'm sure it could pick up on going outside like a puppy dog. You might have to reinforce your backyard a little bit too. There you go. To keep it from digging out. But bunnies are great pets. I've had a few in the house. I will. I need to take. I checked all of them, but then I never marked them, I guess. I checked just to see how many I had. And I was pretty sure I had 4 males and 3 females. I'll have to look again. And I'll mark them this time so I know. Kind of like a cat. You find the spot that they use the potty, and that's where you put it. But typically rabbits, when they eat, they poop at the same time. So wherever their food is, like there's a neat hay feeder litter box thing, because their poop it's not like cat and dog poop. It's not terrible. I know I took a picture of it. Let me see if I can find it again. Nose is still itching. It's on Etsy. This is expensive. But see, they have the litter tray, and then the hay storage is right here, and then there's bowls on the other side for the grain, because as they eat, they poop. Yeah, they do shed a lot. I think it's the temperature fluctuation in a house, or because they're normally seasonal shedders, like just in the fall and the spring where they shed out some of the old hair. But in the house, because the temperature stays fairly consistent, they don't shed when they're supposed to. It's just like dogs in the house. It would be almost as big as her. Lily is silly. Actually, one of my border collies is extremely timid with the rabbits. She is Sis. She's timid with a lot of things, but she's like, what is that? And why is it looking at me? Every time she goes in the barn with me. And there they go down the road again. But, yeah. I like that thing. If I had an indoor rabbit again, that's what I would have, because I would build something like that, because they do. It's when they poop. When they eat, they poop. I mean, that's just. Yes. You need a hairless cat or one of those YOLO dogs from Mexico. They have very little hair. Funny. Okay, here's funny. I had my phone with me yesterday morning when I went outside to do chores, and I had forgotten to get the eggs the night before. So I had to get in the chicken coop and get the eggs. They lay under the nest box now. I don't know. I'm gonna have to fix something where they can't get under the nest box, so hopefully they'll get in the nest box. But in my luck, they'll just find another spot in the floor to lay their eggs. Well, I had my eggs in my pocket, didn't think about it, had my phone in there. I do it all the time, so haven't made an egg omelet in my pocket in years. Wouldn't you know, one of the dogs bumped me with the gate. I broke an egg on my phone, and I have been spending since yesterday morning with a toothbrush scrubbing egg out of my speakers on my phone. It's nothing like having a little iPhone in your pocket omelet. Yes, that is the bad thing about them, is they are chewers. But I have seen people who have successfully had rabbits in the house that didn't chew on things. So I don't know what they do. Be something to look into. But yeah, whatever works. I do. I really like my rabbits, but like we have one cat in the house. Yes. Hopefully it doesn't start stinking. If it starts stinking, I'm going to have to take it somewhere for somebody to clean it. No. Well, yeah, they have hairless chihuahuas too, or the Chinese crested or whatever. And they do have little chihuahuas that don't have much hair. But this is a Jolo. It's XOLYO. I don't know how to spell it. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Get done with what you got to get done. Yes, it was an iPhone omelet. It's an expensive omelet. I think I got most of it out. It just has a slight off sound, just slightly, and that's only from the bottom speaker, not from the top speaker. It's no worse for wear. I got out and dropped it in the driveway a while ago when I took Wyatt to the school bus. If that tells you anything. My coordination. I'll look it up. I don't know how to do that on this. If I did, I would do it on this. XOLO. It's a Mexican hairless dog, but it has a word. Like it's in. Here you go. Pretty cool. They call them Jolo dogs if you can't. Exactly. I don't want one. Yeah, you do have a little Chihuahua dog, don't you? Those little dogs with short hair, they shed crazy. I've never. I don't know, we had a Chihuahua, but yes, I can't pronounce it. It's a Jolo dog. That's all I know. Yeah, I need to make an appointment. The place that I used to have work on my phone aren't in business anymore because trust me, I had before I switched to iPhone, I had several screens I had to put in my Android phones. And fingers crossed, that right there, those iPhones are tough because I've had two. The first one I had for 5 years. Didn't ever have to replace anything. And the only reason why I replaced the phone in the first place is because it wouldn't update any further. Yeah. I don't know. Long-haired dogs, my border collies shed a lot, so I have no room to talk. But those dogs shed a lot. Long-haired border collies do. The Mexican Mohawk dog. Yep. It's a pretty cool dog. I don't think I could have a hairless dog. Not at all. They don't shed. They shake till hair falls out. Yes, they do. I know dogs and cats both, they have a mechanism in their biology that whenever they get nervous, they lose hair. I don't know if they think it'll help them get away or what, but working at vet clinic for as long as I did, I noticed a lot of animals, as soon as they would start getting nervous, they pee and they fart and their hair falls out. That's usually the three things that they will do. Not all of them, but my dogs were always like, yay, we went somewhere. And then everybody else's dogs I still can't touch weenie dogs. If I pet a weenie dog, it pees every time. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. It was kind of I'm having baby rabbits at the moment. So I was wanting to go live and tell everybody. And I had some time before I have to go get tires put on the big truck. I ordered tires. They should be here. I gotta call them when I get off of this. Yes. Terriers in general, short-haired terriers, not so much wire hair. That's probably why wire hairs are getting more popular. Wire-haired dogs don't shed as bad as short-haired dogs do. I want a wire hair dachshund. That I couldn't have one. I know I couldn't because it would not survive at my house. Of course she had to get something from him. She had to. Yeah, y'all have y'all lose bodily fluids and let out some noxious smells before you run off. Yes, your vacuum cleaner probably gets a lot of use. I have one cat in the house, one, and my vacuum cleaner gets stopped up every time I use it from one cat. And that sounds like I don't vacuum but once a month, but it gets vacuumed weekly. And yeah, he stops it up every time I use it. Hello, Lori Carr. How are you doing? Everybody say hi to Lori. Hi. It's kind of funny how we go from rabbits to everything else. 9 dogs, 17 indoor cats. Whew. I knew you had I knew you had several, but I didn't realize you had 17. Hey, clean is a matter of interpretation. I am not a house cleaner. I am not a housewife. I tell Matt that all the time. If I didn't have kids at home, my house would be cleaner. If both of the kids were like in school or not here, if I had a couple days where I didn't have just kids right underfoot, my house would be good. I couldn't handle more than one cat in the house, though. I do know that. We were for a little while. A red dachshund. They are very intelligent. I know there's lots of people from the working at the vet clinic. I know lots of people who have dachshunds, and they are really smart dogs. They also know how to get away with a lot of stuff. We had one that you'd put the leash on it, it'd be fine, running around, acting crazy. You put the leash on it to take it outside to go potty, it would lay down and just lay there on its side. You could drag it. Not that you would, We didn't, but you could drag it and it would just stay on its side. You have to carry it outside and then stand it there. And it would have to stand there for at least 10 minutes before it decided, all right, I'm going to go potty because you're not taking this off of me. And this was every single time we had it. And that was 3 times a day like that. See, I don't know. I guess I never got the clean gene. I have no idea. I guess I don't. I guess I should count Matt in with the kids too. But he it's just as messy as the boys, let's be honest. I did get a box out. I transferred some stuff out of a storage tote, and I got all of my sewing stuff consolidated into a storage tote and my sewing bag, my sewing machine bag. So there is that. I would sweep more if I didn't have so much just crap. Because when we moved here, we didn't have a barn. We still don't technically have a barn. We have a rabbit barn. So a lot of my storage stuff got put in my dining room. Everybody's just like 17 indoor cats. She loves animals. You don't need a carpet, they create it. Yes, I bet they do. Add a border collie in that, and you got some nice long hair to weave in with the short hair. It'd be great. It'd be soft, at least that. Probably not smell great, but it would be soft. See, I couldn't vacuum every single day. Weekly. I did whenever we lived in an RV because small space. 3 people in that 40-foot camper was awful. Yeah, I used to be that way. We had a bunch of cats outdoors at one point in time. I think all of our husbands are comparable to a 4-year-old. And then it takes, like, as bad as this is to say, it takes me getting just absolutely aggravated and, like, visibly mad to get him to want to help clean things. But I have made progress. We've been married since 2016. And he now puts his socks, when he takes them off, in a laundry basket in the laundry room. He used to not. I used to poke him in the chair, and then when he didn't have socks to wear, you wonder why. And that's because they weren't in a basket where I can do them. Because I'm not walking around this house looking for dirty freaking socks. That's ridiculous. I can imagine. That's how it was with Border Collie. There's hair everywhere in a camper. And yeah. My Tiger would probably love having his own space. Hello, Bruce. How are you doing? I had a min pin I rescued and fostered. So we had her for about a year. She had heartworms, but she was the sweetest little dog. Her name was Little Dog. Tiger goes out sometimes, but after I lost Mittens outside, she got something, killed her. I don't like letting him out because I feel like he's too stupid to survive. He's not the brightest one, not at all. It was random. I got excited because I went outside and watched one of my mini lops have a litter of babies. And so I was like, well, I'm hurry up and get done so I can go in the house. Tell everybody. Yes. So, well, my 3-year-old picks up his socks. So, and he's potty trained. Yeah. Well, you are the primary caregiver of Miss Dorothy. So he probably thought he should help a little bit. Are you going to go potty? Oh, we'll go get one. He wants a Band-Aid. Children. But yeah, so I got on here to do a little vendor shout out for a vendor I met Sunday at a thing. Well, at least he likes to clean up after himself. I have. There are. We'll get one in a minute, okay? We have 2 boys, and I have 2 boys and a husband, and they don't clean up after themselves. You want up here? You want my lap? Come here. What? This? You can't have this. You want your bunny?
He's only got eye.
He's only got one eye.
He's only got 2.
We'll get him another eye, okay? We'll get him a button. Let me sew a button on there for his eye.
Yeah. He's not got blood.
Lori wins. She said I have a Greg.
Bunny.
Well, if I'm not too busy, I will be going and see one-eyed Pete. I had a different name for it, and I couldn't tell the children that, so. Bye, Dawn. I think Lori wins because she has a Greg. Did it die again?
Did that die?
Yeah, it did. See? We gotta plug it in. So you gotta wait. But anyway, yeah. So she's on Facebook, Patty's Patch. I will pull up her Facebook, hopefully, if I don't forget, and I'll put put her Facebook link in the description of this live. So if any of you want to get a crazy chicken shirt, you can. I love it. And I really do. I think I'm going to have her make me a couple custom shirts. She does screen printing. And she does sublimation too. Maybe I should do that. Put a little eye patch on him. A little band around his head. And we love Greg. Greg is special to all of us. He is such a good kid. I know he's a handful. But he really is a good kid. And you can tell that he is extremely happy with his mom. I almost pulled his little eyeball off just then. I was trying to. Hey, I can glue that sucker down. I've got some major skills with a hot glue gun. I'm just saying. In other news, if you guys, I know I have an Etsy store. Okay. If you guys are interested, or if you guys have any suggestions on what I should do for my little giveaway with my Clyde's Garden Planner, I do have some seeds. I'm going to give some of my propagated seeds that I've saved from stuff here, as well as I think I'm going to order a few packages from Baker Creek to add into it because I really like Baker Creek seeds. Maybe Haas Tools or In My Gardener. I haven't decided yet to go with these. But I also bought 6 more 6-tier the Dollar Tree planters. I'm going to UV coat them. And that's the thing I've got to think of. how expensive it's going to be to ship. I don't know yet. If I can get those in there, I will. See, I don't have a lot of merch though. I have stickers. I can throw a few stickers in there. But maybe a tie-dye sweatshirt. Maybe we could do that. Or t-shirt. I actually, after I did my sweatshirt, almost could not find sweatshirts again. And I have tons of people that are like, when you get sweatshirts again, let me know. And yeah, she's on Facebook. Patty's Patch. And tie-dyes. Hey, we understand. We understand. David does really great stuff. I might have to hit him up sometime for some stuff. Some stuff. But I also have, hang on. Let me show you this, guys. I got new molds for my freshies. Yes, I live too far out for a lot of stuff, but this is a squash blossom. It's like a jewelry thing. I glittered it. I got a show pic, and I glittered the butt on it. And I got, this is a Brahma cow or bull. I couldn't resist. I absolutely love Brahmas. I mean, I have some, obviously. I got a pocket. I'm going to order some Wrangler patches to go on it, or I might try to write in glitter on there. And this is the one that everybody's been excited about. It's Rip from Yellowstone. I'm not really a huge fan of Yellowstone personally, but this is my bestseller currently. And I've got them on Etsy. Yes. I've actually raised, I did, on my stuff, I offered free shipping, but I've had to add a little bit to there because shipping's gone up. My packaging actually went up about 50 cents a piece. Yeah, coffee. I'm drinking coffee today. I haven't been drinking coffee in a while, but I am drinking coffee today. Yes. When the cost of fuel goes up, everything else goes up because it's a trickle effect. Everybody else has to make money before it gets to us. And so my costs have went up on this stuff. I actually sold a wholesale order of purses and freshies and shopping bags. And luckily she wasn't very far, so I got to deliver it. So that saved, it was cheaper for me to drive it to her than it was to ship it to her, if that tells you anything. It was crazy. Then I got to make a whole bunch more bags because I actually have an event, and not this weekend, but next weekend to go to. I hear you. I hear you. This is the only reason why I like raising my own meat. I know it's expensive to raise your own, but I am not going to complain because I have freezers full and I have more that's ready to go or ready to process. And it could be any time on them. I won't go hungry. And if nothing else, I do know quite a few edible plants that grow in my area. Maybe I need to do a video about that, some of the edibles. I'm allergic to mushrooms, so I can't really do a lot of the mushrooms, but I could at least show you some of them. And I have a good friend that lives 20 minutes away from me that she's amazing. She knows all of the things in our area that you can eat. And I might get her on a video. I've talked to her about it. She's like, Everyone says you need a minimum of 3 cows to make any kind of profit because the first 2 pay for the third one also. So I guess that's the only. We actually 2 or 3. Yes, I think she was meaning it as a funny. I hear you. If it wasn't for the fact that I have so much crap in my freezer, I would be a skinny person right now, I think. Skinnier person. I'm not too fat, typically. We actually, you'll find out in the next video. Or anybody who I talked to over the weekend. But, see if I can get this to... We picked up these 2 little girls. I guess we've had them a week Saturday. We went to Golden City, Missouri. But Haston threw up, so I didn't try to meet anybody. He got car sick. Love ya. Have a good day. I am heavier than I have ever been. Even pregnant. So I understand. But you're not fat. You're not fat. Trust me. We would tell you if you were fat. We're good friends, okay? We're good friends. We will let you know. I'm a little over an hour now. And I'll answer a few questions. I have mama cows that I did have my first calf. She's 3 weeks old as of Saturday. That's the first calf that we've had born here. But the 2 cows that I bought are bred. They're 4 to 5 years old. One's 4 and one's 5, I think, is what it is. And they should calve. The earliest they could calve would be about April 29th. So that'll be 2 more calves that will be totally unrelated to my cattle. I did buy Laramie, which is the one that had the calf. Either, I'm not quite sure if it's my bull's baby or if it was the bull she was exposed to before. Because there's about a 10-day period. It's right in those 10 days that it could have been Guthrie or it could be the bull she was previously exposed to. And either way is fine. We plan on keeping her. But the 2 new girls, they're bred to a bull that is not related to any of my stuff. So we can keep them. But we have mama cows to have babies. I did buy some babies, but that's the goal is we want to raise to have them to sell as well as to process for farm use. We really like the little cows, but that's the only way to do better. I have 6 cows currently in my herd. I have 3 full-blood zebu cows. I have a Brangus cow. I have a half zebu cow, and I have a Jersey cross cow, as well as my bull, and he's a full-blood zebu. So the profit, we want to try and keep steers back. I can't lose weight as easy as I used to either. I think it's an activity thing. I'm active, but I'm not active in the right ways, I guess, is what it is. But I should bring in a good profit off of them. The miniature cows are pretty popular, but the only way to actually do good, to be able to expand in this breed and to have quality individuals, is you don't sell everything as a breeding animal. Some of them aren't going to make the cut as a breeding animal. If they're not excellent, then they'll probably be in our freezer. It's that too. I'm not going to lie. I baked a cake the other day, and that's what I've had for breakfast for 3 days in a row is a cake. Yeah. With the feed, that's why we bought Saturday. Matt brought home that 12-ton grain bin, because then I can buy 10. If I buy feed 10 ton at a time, it's a lot cheaper than if I buy it a ton at a time. Yeah, see, I'm active. I'm just not active in the right way, I guess, is part of it. But that's okay too. I'm fine with it. I'm okay with being fluffy. At least I'm warm in the winter. Spam call, sorry. Yeah. I'm on a seafood diet too. Whatever I see, I eat. We did really good for a couple of years. Yes, Jinx. We did good for a couple of years. Matt went through it's called the Help Clinic with Cherokee Nation in Tahlequah, and he lost 80 pounds. And I actually lost, whenever I was pregnant with Hasten, I did not gain any weight until I was 26 weeks pregnant. And then I started gaining weight. But then my blood pressure was way out of whack. I ended up with preeclampsia, and I was really swollen. But you have a good day, Anne. Fries in a shake. Sounds good. Tell me where. I'll be there. I used to get, when I worked in Muskogee, I would go to Wendy's, plumb across town, go to Wendy's and get their fries because they have really salty fries. And one of their Frosties. I liked it. If we had a Dairy Queen down here, I'd be done for. I wouldn't be able to walk in my house. You did much better than I did. I did do some intermittent fasting up until Thanksgiving. And that's why I had quit drinking coffee, was because I can't get away from coffee creamer. And it's not good to have that sugar all at once. But I want to get back into it. I really do. You might. If you do a video about it, I'll watch it. That's for sure. I like to learn as much as possible. But I'm at 1 hour and 7 minutes, and I have got to call the tire shop so I can get the tires put on my farm truck. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here, guys. Like I said, if you have any ideas for things that I can add into my little giveaway with my Clyde's garden planters, please go ahead and let me know. You can leave a comment on one of my videos, or this video, or the video that's going to come out tomorrow. I really appreciate you guys being here and visiting with me for 1 hour and 7 minutes. So, bye. Y'all have a good day.